the kind of person who tends to lay in bed for hours doing nothing? Do you feel like you get tired easily and lack motivation to do anything? Well, most people would probably say you are simply lazy, but could it be that they are not aware of certain warning signs? Making a difference between simple laziness and the burnout can be difficult, as both of these have very similar symptoms. In fact, a lot of people believe they are lazy and start blaming themselves, but in reality, they are burned out due to their circumstances, whether it's their job, lifestyle, or relationships. Burnout is an emotional, physical, and mental fatigue which typically stems from excessive stress and an inability to manage it effectively. You're constantly disconnected. When you're experiencing burnout, you might find yourself moving through daily routines without much awareness or engagement, almost as if operating on autopilot. This can accompany a persistent sensation of detachment from your own identity, emotions, and experiences. One aspect of burnout that individuals may not immediately recognize is depersonalization. Depersonalization involves a sense of emotional numbness or emptiness, as if observing life from an outsider's perspective. Those grappling with depersonalization, often associated with trauma, may no longer feel connected to themselves, struggling with a profound sense of disengagement and an inability to regain control over their lives. This detachment from yourself can lead to a profound feeling of emptiness and disconnection from the world around you. People experiencing depersonalization often describe a sense of watching their own life unfold from a distance, as if they are no longer an active participant in their own experiences. As a result, they may struggle to find meaning or enjoyment in activities that once brought them pleasure, feeling disconnected and emotionally distant from the world. You have mood swings. When experiencing burnout, you may notice sudden changes in your mood, such as feeling easily irritated or snapping at others without much provocation. This irritability and emotional volatility can be concerning, especially if you're unsure of the underlying reason. It's not uncommon to feel emotionally out of control, struggling to manage your feelings and reactions in situations where you once felt more composed. These mood swings and irritability are often overlooked signs of burnout. They can be particularly confusing if you've been able to maintain emotional stability in the past. If you find yourself grappling with newfound challenges in controlling your emotions, especially in contexts where it wasn't previously an issue, burnout may be a contributing factor. On the other hand, lazy individuals tend to display a completely different behavior. They often appear relaxed, laid back, and unaffected by external stressors. Unlike the irritability associated with burnout, laziness typically manifests as a lack of motivation or drive rather than heightened emotional reactivity. Lazy individuals may seem peaceful and unconcerned about the pressures or demands of daily life, displaying a distinct contrast to the emotional volatility often experienced by those facing burnout. You don't take much care of yourself. One of the most alarming indications that someone may be experiencing emotional and physical burnout is a noticeable decline in self-care and social withdrawal. This can manifest in various ways, such as neglecting personal hygiene, withdrawing from social interactions, and exhibiting changes in eating and sleeping patterns. You may find yourself no longer making an effort to groom yourself or present yourself in a way that reflects your previous standards. This neglect of personal appearance can be a significant departure from your previous habits and can signal a deeper underlying issue. Additionally, there may be a notable shift towards spending more time alone and disengaging from activities that once brought enjoyment or fulfillment. Even the simplest tasks can feel overwhelmingly exhausting, leading to a preference for solitude and inactivity. These changes in your life happen slowly. It's crucial to understand that burnout doesn't occur suddenly. Rather, it develops gradually through distinct stages. The signs mentioned earlier, such as losing interest and motivation, feeling disconnected from oneself and others, and neglecting self-care, emerge progressively over time. Research indicates that burnout unfolds in 5 major stages, each with increasing severity. The honeymoon phase, the onset of stress, chronic stress, burnout, and habitual burnout. Symptoms often begin to surface as early as the 2nd phase, when there's still a moderate level of stress. During this phase, optimism, interest, motivation, and performance may start declining. As burnout progresses, reaching the 5th and final stage, it becomes deeply ingrained in your life. At this point, the persistent mental and physical fatigue intensifies, making it increasingly challenging to manage. This heightened fatigue leaves you more susceptible to developing conditions like depression and anxiety, as the toll on your mental and emotional well-being becomes more intense. Recognizing the stages of burnout is essential for identifying it early and taking proactive steps to address it before it escalates to more severe levels. You're no longer passionate about anything. One clear distinction between someone experiencing burnout and someone who is just lazy lies in their relationship with their passions and interests. You may have a history of being deeply invested in activities you once found meaningful and enjoyable. However, as burnout takes its toll, you may struggle to maintain the same level of interest or enthusiasm for these pursuits. Whether it's a creative talent, a favorite sport, or your academic or professional performance, burnout can erode the enjoyment and satisfaction derived from these activities. Tasks that were once sources of fulfillment may now feel burdensome and draining. In some cases, you may develop feelings of resentment or even hatred towards your once beloved activities. This shift in attitude can stem from the realization that your relentless pursuit of excellence and your overcommitment to these endeavors have contributed to your current state of burnout. The realization that your passion has become a source of stress rather than joy can be particularly painful. It highlights the fact that burnout has taken on your mental, emotional, and physical well-being, serving as a reminder of the importance of balance and self-care in pursuing your interests and ambitions. By dismissing burnout as laziness, individuals may overlook the serious implications it can have on one's well-being and productivity. This misunderstanding can perpetuate a stigma around mental health issues in the workplace and hinder individuals from seeking the support and resources they need to address burnout effectively.